Hey folks, and it's Mad Rabbit back in Minecraft. Once again, we're basically continuing from our previous episode where I was talking about just basic elements of design when you're building a house. Particularly, because I focus on medieval stuff, it's mainly about medieval building. And as you see here, I did finish, and I just wanted to actually show you the finished results of this on the outside. Um, just to give you some more ideas of what you could do. And our main focus of this episode is going to be the interior today. Although I do want to show you a few things here on the outside. Using the hedges. Now that you can in creative mode use the leaf blocks, and they will stay. So I mean, even if you're a little bit weary on it, you can always put a piece of wood underneath them if you're making big things. You could also place the vines on things. I'm not quite sure I like it here because of the weird biome it's in. It's a little bit light here because I think I'm in a desert biome, and this tree is a little dark, so I'm not sure if that works with mine. So I am just going to eliminate it on this particular one. But it does seem to go well with the house here. This is kind of light colored, and you could always just not use the vines and maybe just use the mossy cobblestone blocks. I did decide to go with the shuttered look for both, and you get that on the inside. And I would not go too crazy though if you're doing vines. Just to do a little bit. Sometimes even I think I may have overdone it here a little bit myself. Not a whole lot. Some walls you can skip and you just kind of do a little bit of patchwork here and there. Not to go too crazy. I went with the slabs on the outside here. I decided not to do the fences on the roof underneath the roof areas, but that's optional. I don't actually have a fireplace in here. I put this here on the exterior just for show, and using the cobwebs actually kind of is a pretty good device for giving the illusion when you're pulled back of it's there's smoke coming out. I usually top my things off with a slab of some sort, so that's why I usually do that. And the roof here, I kind of did like what I was showing. I did slabs here but full blocks on the inside. Made it sort of turn out better. I didn't use the slabs on here like on the interior part like I said I was going to, but I didn't think it was going to work unless I did both sides the same, and it wouldn't have looked right. So as you see here, you can sometimes use, instead of fences, you can actually use the fence gates as fences just for a different look. It's sort of what I was using in the windows there. And now the interior, which is quite a bit different than what you saw last time. I got rid of the ugly post that was here. Kind of went with a minimalistic view of that. We will go upstairs in a minute. These here are just pistons. I mean, really simply, just break the ground. You put in the redstone torch underneath, and you have these go up, and you can make pretty good tables out of pistons doing that way. And this is the other. I usually put in glowstone, and I use the hatch covers. Like you can sort of sometimes use them, but in the case of this couch, I usually always trim these things with the signs. I sort of did that with these, but it would not have worked in here. Would only have been able to do one side or the other. Sometimes putting some greenery in the house is very helpful. In this case, I decided to kind of close up the sides. You could always put it on the ground, obviously, or making something larger or more elaborate. That's up to you. You can always just use the trees, the tree shrubs basically, or shrubs or flowers, and basically decorate any way you want. These won't grow obviously because it's too short, so you're okay there. Kitchen area, yes, because you can use the I'm trying to remember what the name of the device is now. Yes, the cauldron. You can actually fill the cauldron with water, and it actually looks like a pretty good sink. So I've been using that in a lot of my kitchen areas lately. And you can also trim like your counters with some of those signs. Also, I put a couple here. Just anything, really just and more glowstone covering it up. As long as you can cover the glowstone up, it's probably best, because just having just glowstone just hanging there just doesn't really look right. I always like these note blocks for decorative elements. I use them on the floor here, and sometimes I use them up here. You could just as easily use what I usually use, which would be the bookshelves, because the bookshelves sort of look like cabinets. Where are the bookshelves? I probably went by them. I always go by them. Actually, I might just change these out, and we'll put the bookshelves in. Only reason I don't want to put it here, because you'll see it kind of sticking through going the stairs going there, so we might just stick with a piece of wood there, if I can find the right wood. Let's go back to the lighter colored wood. I'll just cover that up so you don't see it. But yeah, that's basically it. You can do kitchen areas like this. They look pretty nice. So I use that same lamp basically in all the corners of this place. This here, I'm not quite sure what this is exactly, but it's sort of like a table work area of sorts. Yeah, obviously if you're going and you're putting it next to stuff like this, it'll mess things up a little bit. So you just gotta be careful about walking on them. But because it's sort of a counter, you can always just leave it as is. I also want to make note that you can also use these buttons here. Let's get rid of that on the sides of these. And sometimes, I mean, just for decorative elements. I mean, sometimes those things look good, sometimes they don't. But we'll leave it at that. And I can't place it downwards. I thought you could. A few more plants here and there, using the different types of shrubs and saplings, I should say. Here's another desk, basically using different types of chairs and stuff for it. Changed out a lot of the floors, you can tell. Went with a rug in this area, and with those there. Let's just go upstairs quickly. It's a little claustrophobic going up the stairs, but the upstairs actually came out pretty decently for once. Usually I'm kind of confused about what to do, and I just, basically trimming things, covering things up with like stuff like this, and you having the glowstone all around here, putting in little chests here and there just as just for decoration. Obviously you can't open these because they're, oh, you couldn't. Oh, I didn't even know you could. I guess that must be a change they've done, because normally you can't open the chest if there's something directly over it, but yeah, apparently you can now. Well, that's interesting to know. I guess we could stack them. They sort of won't let you stack them though, will they? But either way, that's pretty good. I mean, I guess you actually can use these functionally now too. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I just used a lot of these, the hatch covers again for covering. I didn't want to have just things exposed. And even just over the wood sometimes looks like nice. I put a couple more plants in here. You could use these as doors. Those fence thingies, gates. But each room here I just sort of decorated differently. I'm not sure I like that glowstone in there. I might eliminate that, but just different tables and stuff you can make out of the pistons, and just put that over there. Now that you can sort of use it. See, now I can't use it here. Maybe because that's a block and that's a stair. So maybe there's a glitch. You can actually, if you put stairs over them, it'll work, and they won't for full blocks. I don't know. Well, either way, folks, there seems to be an interesting glitch you might be able to exploit there. I just found out. Just again, more of the same. Putting in different things. It's all pretty much basically the same. Throw a bed in here. Obviously, you can go double wide or have 2 or 3 beds in here, however you want to do it. But I think we'll just end this episode quickly, folks. I just really wanted to do this as showing you what could be done on the interior. I was running out of room in that last video. I went the full 15 minutes. I thought it was going to be a short one, and I did want to touch upon like what you could do on the interiors of these things. To me, it's a little bit too chaotic for me as far as looks go. Maybe I would have went with some different color schemes or changed some things around in here. So it's by no means perfect. I'm not admitting that it's just elements in here that you can use and play with yourself. It's just things, ideas. Particularly these lamp ideas. I think that came out pretty good, using the piston table idea, but just making it into a lamp basically with a glowstone underneath and covering the whole thing up with these things. Good for corners, if we have nothing else around it, but not too bad. So I guess I'll just end this one episode particularly quickly, because I wanted the last episode to be a little quicker, but it just didn't work out quite right. So Hopefully I'll have another episode out soon. I'm not quite sure what we'll do. Maybe go back to more design stuff like this, just showing you a few basic things. Or I may go back to the castle itself. If you're new to the channel, because I know we picked up a couple new people recently, you may want to go back and watch some of the older episodes on this and the older channel. That will show you more of the builds of the larger structures. And I think we'll just end it here. And I guess I'll catch you next time, folks. This is Matt Rabbit signing off. Adios.